Hey friends, I'm going to show you today 3 exercises that you need to be doing if you suffer from knock knees. Real quick, my name is Dr. David Midoff and I'm a specialist physical therapist at Paso Manual Physical Therapy. This channel is focused on helping people stay healthy, active, and mobile while avoiding an unnecessary surgery, injections, and medications. Please subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of the helpful videos we upload every single week. In case you missed our video on knock knees, it's in the link in the description below. Go check it out, but let me just give you a super quick synopsis. You're gonna wanna check out that video though to get the full details on it. Here's knock knees, knees in, and then here's knees straight, and there's 2 types. Go check out that video to figure out which type you are. But we're gonna talk about which muscles you need to be strengthening to prevent the knock knees from getting worse and even fix them so that you're more straight in your knees if you've got the type that can be helped out. The first exercise I'm gonna show you is butt squeezes in standing. So I'm gonna stand up on my table here just so you can see my legs and hips and everything. In standing, you gotta turn, I'm gonna run you through a little quick test here. Point your feet forward, so directly straight forward. And then from right there, squeeze your butt muscles. You should feel your glutes, your butt muscles tighten. And try to do it without feeling like your thighs here are working. Try to only make the butt muscles work without firing the quads. That takes a little bit of practice and figuring it out. Like right there, I can do it, and I'm minimally firing right here. You want to quiet the quads as much as possible while squeezing these muscles back here. You're going to hold it for 10 seconds, 10 times. I'm just going to give you a tweak here. Try this. Turn your toes inwards all the time, which is going to want to make your knees knock some. And I want you to figure something out here. Now try to fire your butt muscles. I can't squeeze them very good. They kind of want to work, but not as good as this way. And the point of this is that if you tend to stand with your feet inwards, if that's just the way that you tend to be whenever you're standing around or walking, you're not going to be setting yourself up to fix this knock knee problem because you're already presetting your knees in an inward position and shutting down your quads, which are the muscles that help to bring your knees out of that inward position. So what you've got to do is bring your feet out. Now go the other extreme, turn your toes all the way out, and then try to fire butt muscles, and you'll probably find that you can actually do it best here without squeezing your quads so much. So toes out, butt tight, and try not to fire here. I can squeeze pretty well in my glutes without my quads working once my feet are out. So find the best position where you can get your glutes working without your quads tightening up. For me, it's toes out like this. If that works for you, do that. Hold it for 10 seconds and then relax for 10 seconds and do that 10 times to get your butt muscles activated and ready to engage because you're gonna need them on the next exercise at the end here. Now, the second exercise I want you to do, let me just show you with my hand first before I get back up on the table. You're gonna do some toe curls. So if these are my toes right here, I'm not gonna show you my feet. I'm gonna keep my socks on. But when you curl your toes here, you should feel like your toes curl all the way down. You've got some knuckles in your foot. I'll show you where to look. That should begin to pop up, and you should feel the muscles in the bottom of your foot and the sole of your foot as well as in your calf area. Those muscles should activate and engage. What you need from your feet for your knees is good strength from your muscles that curl your toes. So I want you for this exercise to curl your toes as much as you can on both feet, hold it for 10 seconds, and then let go. But before you start, this exercise is notorious for making people cramp in their feet. And if you've got knock knees, you probably have weak foot muscles, the toe muscles. So go into it cautiously. Make sure that you're just testing it out first. You may not be able to go 100% on this exercise today, but work up to it as time goes on. See what you can do before you start cramping a lot. If you cramp a few times, no big deal. But if you're cramping every single time you do the exercise, you need to back off on how intense you do this so that you're not going to hurt yourself. So here's what it looks like. You can do this in any position, sitting, cross-legged. You do need your shoes off because the sole of the shoe will block your toes from going all the way down. But you're gonna curl your toes down as much as you can. You might need to stick your tongue out. A lot of people end up doing that. And see if you can help with your hand to make them go as far as they can. Of course, be careful with the cramps. Get every toe activated. My little toe here doesn't want to go as good, so I'm just getting it to go. There it goes. And then hold it for 10 seconds and then relax. And the knuckles that I'm talking about are actually, they're not in your toes, they're at the end of the foot here right before the toes start. Those, when they pop up a bit, that means you're bending them, which is a good thing. A lot of people don't have the strength to bend those joints. So you want to be able to bend all the joints. You have 3 joints in each of your 4 toes out here and just 2 in your big toe. But bend them right there and then hold and think about every toe bending. Hold it for 10 seconds and then relax as long as you need to, and then go again and hold it. And I'm going to show you why this is important in a second, because we're attacking the strength, the weaknesses really. We're getting stronger in our weaknesses at the bottom and at the top of the knee joint. So at the hip, you need to get the butt muscle stronger, and at the foot, you need to get the toe muscle stronger, because it supports your arch better to get your knee out of that inward position and straighten you up. So do 10-second holds 10 times. After you've done that, then I'm going to show you the next exercise. Let's get back up here. We're going to do a baby squat. So let me just get settled here. So get in your toes out position. This is also called a plie squat, but we're going to do a tiny version of it, not a full depth one. And when I say squat, in case you're thinking, oh, my knees are going to hurt, you're going to do it very small, and it should not hurt your knees. All you're going to do is unlock your knees. That's it. That's the lowest I'm going to go for now. From this position, I'm going to grab the floor with my toes, not curling my toes, but more so flattening them out. So I've already woken up my muscles, but I'm going to just flatten out my toes so that my arches come up. So just practice that a bit. If you just flatten your toes out, and it's not 100% intensity, it's more like a 25 to 50% toe grab, that should be enough to raise your arches. So right there, my arches are raised. And watch my knees. My knees just go out a bit. I'm not trying to push my knees out, I'm trying to lift my arches. But when my arches come up, my knees are in a better position. Now, holding the feet like that, I'm going to squeeze my butt now. So I'm putting the 2 exercises together. Foot grab, butt tight, knees a little bit bent, and my knees are pointed out, the opposite of the direction they like to go. Holding it there for 10 seconds, whew, and I feel work right there. So that's 1 rep. We're going to do 10. First, grab with your toes, get your arches engaged, unlock your knees, shove your hips forward, and that makes your butt squeeze. Hold it for 10 seconds. After about 10 seconds, you should feel your glutes getting tired. Your foot muscles should be getting tired too. And then you can relax. Let me show you the side view so you can see I'm not really dipping much at all. So toes pointed out. I'm going to grab with my toes so that I can activate my arches, the muscles in my arches. Bend my knees a bit, then shove my hips forward. That makes my butt muscles work. And now I am working my stability muscles for my knees. Now, one mistake people make on this exercise, they'll set everything up just fine. Their toes are going, toes are out, butt muscles engaged, but they can still let their knees fall in. You see, I'm firing all the muscles I've told you to, but my knees are in. You might need to think about shoving your knees out. If you just think open or push your knees outwards as if you're going to hit your hands out here, that will position your knees better and oftentimes alleviates pain right away. Now, it is possible to go too far out. Just make sure your feet aren't rolling over or it's not aggravating your knees, and you should be fine. So if you've got a knock-knee problem, start doing these exercises multiple times a day. Depending on the pain that you have with a knock-knee problem, if you've got it, I would be doing this exercise hourly, at least every couple of hours, just to activate the muscles and make sure that you're priming them to get stronger over time so that your knees aren't falling in. Here's the thing, if you just do one workout for these muscles, you'll activate them and help out with taking the pressures off your knee and aligning your knee better, but you're not gonna keep that over the course of a 24-hour period. The effects of that muscle contraction after doing exercises are only gonna last minutes to maybe an hour. So that's why I say do your exercises hourly, and it doesn't need to be super intense, 10-second holds 10 times for 3 exercises should take you 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, probably closer to 10 minutes. But if you're doing that, on a consistent basis, and you may not even do all 10 reps, some people will trim it down to 5 if they're pretty consistent with doing it hourly, then you can make it manageable for your schedule so that you can still do your normal things throughout life and work on your knock-knee problems so that you can prevent some unnecessary surgery later in life or having to rely on pain medications and injections. Most importantly, you have a cure. You can make this better. And if you got the genetic type of knock knees, then you can keep it from getting worse so that even though your knees are probably going to stay like this for indefinitely, you can prevent it from having to have a surgery or having to have some other issue that comes up later in life. Guys, if this video was helpful for you, drop any questions or comments down below in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss on any video that we put out every single week. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.